Hey guys, happy Monday morning to you. Just want to stress something to you. Back at the beginning of October, when the demonstrators started demonstrating, I was one of the only gurus that actually came out and said, hey, this is going to have no bearing on the timing of our rate change, while majority of the other gurus were all coming out saying this is actually going to speed it up. Okay? And as you guys see, it's had no bearing on it. Okay? Because I'm not here to mislead you guys. Everything happening between the US and Iran is the same deal. It's coincidence. What's happening between the US and Iran will have no bearing on the timing of the rate change. I just want to stress that to you guys. The timing of the rate change only has one speed associated with it, and it's extra slow. It moves at one speed. Okay? And as you guys know, we are waiting on the 2020 budget with Iraq, and that's what you're going to continue to see, and that's how the news is going to play out. The news will walk you into the 2020 budget. That's where we're headed next. You guys are more than welcome to send me things through email, that kind of thing, and I'll always check it out. But I just want to stress something to you on that. I recently was sent a link from information regarding Benny over at Currency 365 and regarding them. Okay, both John and Benny claim to be Christian prophets, and guys, I just want to stress something to you. They are the farthest thing from a Christian prophet. Okay, I've heard John make announcements where he has said he has told his followers to come over to Patreon to get prayer. In other words, he said, come over to Patreon and you can pay for prayer. Faith and prayer doesn't work that way. You will never have to pray for it. Okay? So I just want to stress something to you guys. And both John and Benny are the farthest things from being prophets. Okay? So I just want to stress something to you. Just be careful where you get your information from, because what's happening with Iran right now actually has no bearing on the timing of our rate change. I'm not telling you that what's happening with Iran has nothing to do with Iraq. I didn't say that. I said it has nothing to do with the timing of our rate change, and it's not going to speed it up. Okay? So anyway, guys, have an amazing day. And here's some news for you.
Amid escalating tensions between America and Iran, crude oil rises to more than $70 January 6th, 20 inches time. 1/6/20/20 1 p.m. International, Al-Furat News. Oil prices continued to rise on Monday in light of escalating tensions between the United States of America and Iran, as the futures contracts for the global index, Brent crude, increased by 2.4% to reach $70.24 a barrel, for the first time in more than 6 months. Meanwhile, oil futures in the United States of America increased by 2.1% to reach $64.36 per barrel, and oil prices had risen more than 3% on Friday after the killing of Qasem Soleimani, commander of the Quds Force of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard in Iraq, in a U.S. raid ordered by U.S. President Donald Trump. The killing of Soleimani increased tensions in the Middle East, which includes the largest oil-producing countries in the world, as well as major methods of energy supplies. However, according to what analysts said last week, they expect a limited response that will not disrupt oil supplies significantly, which will contribute to maintaining oil prices without increasing them. Gold rises to the highest level in 7 years due to Middle East tensions January 6th, 20 inches time. 1/6/20/20 11:54 a.m. International, Al-Furat News. Gold rose to its highest level in 7 years on Monday, as investors sought the metal, which is considered a safe haven due to escalating tensions between the United States and Iran, while palladium exceeded the level of $2,000 to record a record peak, and rose gold in immediate trading 1.5% to $1,574.14 an ounce, at 0704 Greenwich Mean Time. Earlier in the session, it rose 1.8% to $1,579.72, the highest level since April 10, 2013, as reported by Reuters. Gold and U.S. futures rose 1.6% to $1,577.20. U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to impose sanctions on Iraq after the Iraqi parliament demanded the exit of U.S. and foreign forces from the country amid an angry response to the killing of the United States by a prominent Iranian military commander, raising fears of a wider conflict. Adding to the ambiguity, Iran announced that it would further reduce its obligations in the nuclear agreement signed with the 6 major countries in 2015. The palladium spot price hit an all-time high of $2,020.18 an ounce and rose in the most recent transactions 1.4% to $2,015.24. Silver advanced 1.9% to $18.38 an ounce after touching the highest level in more than 3 months at $18.50, while palladium advanced 0.8% to $987.82. The central bank confirms its continued pumping of the dollar into the market and warns of rumors January 6, 2020 inches time. 6/1/220, 1:49 p.m. Baghdad, Al-Furat News. Today, the central bank of Iraq announced its continuation of pumping the dollar to the local market, warning of rumors deliberately broadcast by some media and communication sites. And the official Iraqi news agency quoted the bank as saying, "We are continuing to pump the dollar to the market and warn of rumors." Today, the dollar exchange rate rose to 123,000 dinars per $100 after Trump's threats to impose sanctions on Iraq. Al-Halbousi and Blashart assert the necessity of choosing a government booth that meets the requirements of the people. January 6, 2020 inches time. 1/6/202, 2:55 p.m. Baghdad, Al-Furat News. Today, Monday, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mohammed al-Halbousi, received the representative of the Secretary General of the United Nations in Iraq, Janine Blackshirt. A statement of the Prime Minister's office, which was received by the Euphrates News Agency, said that the meeting discussed the political developments in the country and the situation in the region. The two sides also discussed the file of forming a government and emphasizing the need to choose a government booth that meets the requirements of the Iraqi people. Sheikh Ali, the Iraqi Penal Code is ready for Trump to sign January 6, 2020. Baghdad, News. Deputy Parliamentarian Sheikh Ali, Monday, confirmed that the U.S. sanctions on Iraq are ready before U.S. President Donald Trump. Sheikh Ali said in a tweet on Twitter, "Honorable Iraqis, I regret to inform you that the decision to impose U.S. sanctions on Iraq was written by the specialized committee while he is at President Trump's table for his signature." And he added, "O Shiite politicians from the transgressions, whom America bored you from the streets and greeted you with the rule, Trump is waiting for you from one vile act, so that the earth will be lost to you." NATO is holding an emergency meeting today in Brussels, January 6, 2020. Follow up tomorrow. Press. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, announced today, Monday, that it will hold a delegate-level meeting at NATO headquarters in the Belgian capital, Brussels. The NATO Council is meeting at the ambassadorial level this afternoon at NATO headquarters in Brussels, the alliance said in a statement. He explained that NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg will hold a press conference after the meeting. Trump threatens sanctions on Baghdad after lawmakers call on U.S. troops to leave. January 5, 2020 inches World News. January 5, 2020 inches 6:56 p.m. updated 23 minutes ago. Aboard Air Force One, Reuters. U.S. President Donald Trump threatened sanctions against Baghdad on Sunday after Iraq's parliament called on U.S. troops to leave the country, and the president said if troops did leave, Baghdad would have to pay Washington for the cost of the air base there. "We have a very extraordinarily expensive air base that's there. It cost billions of dollars to build, long before my time. We're not leaving unless they pay us back for it," Trump told reporters on Air Force One. Trump said that if Iraq asked U.S. forces to leave and it was not done on a friendly basis, we will charge them sanctions like they've never seen before ever. It'll make Iranian sanctions look somewhat tame. Reporting by Jeff Mason, editing by Jonathan Otis. Monetary Policy Harvest, 2016 to 2019, on the occasion of the end of 2019, and due to the circumstances of the popular movement, the legitimate demands of our people, instances of clashes in interests, visions, political tensions that our beloved Iraq is going through, the confusion of economic life in Baghdad and the central and southern governorates, and a reception for a new year whose paths and goals do not seem clear-cut and cloudy in many areas. Therefore, through a neutral and transparent review, analysis and evaluation of the economic situation in Iraq in the light of monetary policy applications and implementation of the main and subsidiary goals included in the strategy of the central bank for the years 2016 to 2020, and in particular what has been achieved from them during the past 4 years and the prospects for the requirements of stabilizing the positive results achieved and starting to implement a plan the bank in the year 2020 inches and the following years. According to its stated vision in building the infrastructure of the banking sector and clarifying the opportunities available to banks, customers, and investors, which include 21 strategic banking projects in the technical field and for my financing, legal and development, the project type, goal, results and implementation period were determined and from the point of view of a specialist in banking activity and close to the mechanisms of banking work and the supervisory role of the central bank reached facts, evidence, signals and achievements that confirm that the Central Bank of Iraq has proven to be the effective economic institution in Iraq during the past 4 years through his important accomplishments in achieving the monetary policy goals contained in his Law 56 of 2004 and his contribution to supporting the national economy and achieving economic resilience and seeking to achieve economic stability in the following crises, facts, and applications. This confirms that